Welcome to an episode of r/Entitled Parents, where we share stories of moms or dads thinking that because they have kids, they are entitled to everything. Kick back and enjoy what we're about to share with you, and at the end, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, on to the stories. And this story is posted by u/Esther Loves Evie. EM accuses me of stealing her daughter's phone, so I eject her from the property. My mom owns a farm, and every year she has a community day where various people volunteer to entertain the local children. I have a face paint stall where for 3 hours I paint faces for free with my own materials. An hour into it, EM enters the scene and asks me whether I've seen her daughter's phone. I say I saw a pinkish phone on the table, but that was a while ago and I don't know where it is now. Turns out that was her daughter's phone. So naturally, she then accuses me of stealing it. I told her she can check my bag as I haven't left this seat for ages. She searches my phoneless bag and then accuses a volunteer face painter of being in cahoots with me to steal the phone. It goes back and forth like this for a while, me denying, her accusing. She ends up being so belligerent that I tell her to leave the property. She screams at me, telling me that a 22-year-old cannot evict her. She says she wants to see the owner of the property. We find the owner, and she freaks out when I say, "Hi, Mom, can you kick this woman out?" She left in haste, cursing me. And this story is posted by u/Tojirai Konak. ESM demands key to my soon-to-be house. For a quick reference, there are 5 people in this event. M, Mom, SD, Stepdad, D, Dad, ESM, Entitled Stepmom, me. Little bit of backstory. My stepmother and I never got along from day one, especially when she turned into a more and more ESM as I got into my later teenage years, and was the reason I moved out of my father's house to live full-time with my mom, despite their custody agreement. Details aren't important, but the list is a hefty one. The important one for this account is snooping. ESM has to stick her nose in my life, room, car, job, health, etc. to a comical degree. She has also done some pretty pointless petty things like giving me a false key to her and my dad's house when it got rekeyed for reasons I still don't understand. This is also important. On to the most recent ESM moment that happened on 8/11/2020. Phone call from ESM to me. ESM, I want a key to your house when it closes. Me, no. ESM, what? No, you will give me a key. Me, a key or a fake key? You weren't specific. ESM, a real key to the house. Me, and why would I do that given your track record? ESM, because I'm your parent. Quit being flippant. Me, laughing. ESM, I don't see what's so funny. Me, I'm asking for a key and I will get one. Me, asking. ESM, you are demanding a key to your 25-year-old stepson who owes you nothing. Oh yeah, I want my dresser back too, as we agreed upon all those years ago. ESM, I'm not giving you the dresser back unless you give me a key. Me, so you're going to steal from me because the dresser couldn't make it up the stairs and you are throwing a fit because I won't let you snoop? ESM, young man, you have a history of making poor choices and it's my job to correct them. I couldn't do it while you were in Ohio, and now that you're back, I will get you back on the straight and narrow. I should point out that my poor choices involve eating in my room while doing homework, watching TV with my girlfriend when I was a teenager, and not going to bed by 10 p.m. She's a nutty, conservative Christian woman who gets mad at me for anything that isn't in her micron-sized list of appropriate actions for me. Me, you won't be getting a key, and because of you, D won't likely get one because you can't be trusted. And ended the call. Not 5 minutes later, my M and SD are rolling on the floor laughing because she had called them, demanding that they talk some sense into me and make me give her a key. Neither my mother nor stepfather can stand my ESM. Here's where she truly shines for the ESM though, rather than just being demanding and a snoop. It happened the following day on 8/12/2020. It's important to note I'm high off my teas on painkillers after my back spasm sent me face first into the floor from their strength. ESM, hey, me, have you thought about giving me a key? Me, nah, you don't get one. ESM, even for your favorite step-parent? Me, hysterical laughter. I like cat spit more than I like you. ESM,
Fine, you will lose your car. I forbid you from driving, and I'll expect your keys tonight. Me, you want to take the keys to a car you don't own or pay anything on because you won't take no for an answer? ESM, I am your parent. I hung up after she started yelling. She showed up at my mother's house 10 minutes later demanding my keys to my car because she was revoking her permission for me to drive, and we had to call our neighbor, the off-duty cop, to come over and speak to her. I wouldn't be surprised if she tried to put a lien on my car. More insane things have happened. It's so bad that my dad is agreeing that he shouldn't get a key, but won't leave her because of her usual entitled behavior. This is just the most recent in a long list of this kind of behavior.
And this story is posted by u/nicknamesucksada. Entitled mom flips out on my mom for cutting her daughter's hair. It was a cold morning in February, and my mom was at the hair salon where she worked. It was pretty slow that day, so she was hanging out at the reception desk, presumably having her coffee and watching some morning talk show or the Food Network on the TV mounted to one corner of the room. Suddenly, the phone began to ring, and she picks up. My mom, or MM. Hello, Cutting Edge Salons, where we give your hair flair. This is Mama Nickname Sucks. How can I help you? EM. Yeah, hi. Mom realizes she's going to be dealing with a Karen based on her furious tone of voice and braces herself. Did you have someone in the shop named Mary Doe recently? MM. No, that name doesn't ring a bell. May I ask when Mary was at our salon? EM. Last Friday. Who do you think you are cutting off all of her hair? AN. Mom wasn't working that Friday. She was having a girls' day out with a friend visiting from out of state. She told me so when recounting this story. MM. I'm sorry, but... EM. Who do you think you are thinking that it would be okay to cut off my baby girl's beautiful hair? At this point, EM started to cry. MM. Excuse me, ma'am, but I don't understand. EM. She's just confused, that's all. I've been telling her it's a phase that she'll get over, and now she goes behind my back and does this? Do you even know what you just did? You ruined her hair. MM. Still confused and growing increasingly frustrated. Ma'am, may I ask how old is Mary? EM. Why don't you just rot in hell? Hangs up. MM. Confused, wondering what the hell just happened. What the hell just happened? After asking the other hairdressers who were working the previous Friday, Mom started to get a better picture of what was going on. As it turned out, one of the younger hairdressers is friends with Mary Doe. Only Mary Doe is a trans man and went to the salon where his friend worked to get his hair cut into something more suitable. Somehow, his EM found out and called up the salon to go ballistic on a woman who had no idea on what was going on. And do you know what is the most what the F part is? Turns out, Mark Doe is 21 and hadn't been living at home since he was 18. And this story is posted by u/BlueberryNZ. EP doesn't turn up to collect her baby, daycare. Me is Kara. NK, nice kid, 15 months old. EM, rude and disinterested mom. D, vacant theoretical dad. I used to provide daycare for a small number of children in my home. Most of the children and their parents were well known to me, friends or ex-colleagues. I made sure to welcome them into our home, and I believe this helped the children feel comfortable and confident. One mother, EM, however, was a doorstep mom. She wouldn't come in when invited, didn't respond to attempts at small talk, and only communicated the absolute necessities. Her daughter was lovely, so I was able to overlook her mother's shortcomings. NK attended from 7:30 a.m. till 4 p.m. every weekday. EM was prompt and always on time, if not early. One day, 4 p.m. rolled around, no sign of EM. At 4:30 p.m., I phoned and left voicemail. By 5 p.m., I had phoned several more times, texted, and got no reply. The phone now went straight to voicemail, so was either switched off, flat, or in constant use. I phoned and texted D, no response. I phoned our company to see if there were additional contacts, but as the family had immigrated, there were no other family listed and no friends as emergency contacts. Around 5:30 p.m., I'm starting to think of calling the police. NK is getting tired, has run out of food and bottles, and getting cranky and tired. I'm having to rock and sway and sing constantly to try and calm her. It's well past 6 and dark when EP's car finally pulls up. NK had cried herself to sleep on my shoulder, but woke when I opened the door and started crying. I expected EM to be frantic, apologetic, and embarrassed, but I was very mistaken. She looked confused by my concern and irritation. Me, what happened? Are you okay? Is D okay? EM, of course. What's the matter? Me, you're 2 hours late. You didn't answer your phone, didn't respond to my numerous texts, and D didn't answer either. EM, we had drinks after work. My phone kept going off, so I switched it off. Me, and you didn't think to ask if I could care for NK late tonight? Or tell me you gotten held up? EM, what's the problem? You're getting paid. I was fuming, mostly because I had really stressed that something awful had happened, and to meet with this utter disregard really pissed me off. I took great pleasure in giving her written notice a few days later to make alternative arrangements, as I would no longer be willing to provide care for NK. Edited to add. Small talk I'm referring to is child-centered, such as, oh, she looks tired. Did she have a rough night? As things can impact on activities, feed, and nap schedule, etc. Social chat can occur, but this EM would literally hand over her baby and bag and leave. The term drinks is a social term and doesn't necessarily mean alcohol. The EM was not intoxicated. Child, Youth, and Family Services, our CPS, do not step in unless there is a high level of chronic abuse or imminent risk. I have a lot to do with them in my current occupation. They would have only attended if I was unable to provide safe care or after a greater length of time, as leaving your child with an approved carer and being late returning is not considered abandonment. Oh man, those were 4 great stories. To hear the best stories of the week, click on the video in the top left-hand corner. To hear more Reddit stories all related to what you just heard, click on the video in the top right-hand corner. And if you have not already done so, click on the subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner. Once again, this is TNA, Top Notch Audio. Thank you for listening and have yourself a great day.